folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight we'll see the New York Liberty as they go up against the Las Vegas Aces. And from Sin City, I'm Blake Suniga, joined by two terrible players, Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. And we're in for a good one tonight. And it's safe to say this game will be won or lost on the boards.
Well, it's how these teams control the game and get themselves extra possessions.
Well, not only that, but limiting their opponent's possessions. That'll be a huge key in this one.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Griner. Down low. And the basket by Howard.
I just love the composure Howard plays with inside. She's so comfortable around the rim.
And here's Zandalicini. Stevens the screen. Now Zandalicini. Here's Hahn. 5 to shoot. Pass to Ionescu. Over Canada. That misses off the backboard.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Now here is Canada. Reiner. Now Carlton. Canada, covered by Ionescu. Kept alive. Griner's shot's good.
Because of Griner's effort and enthusiasm on the boards, she's able to create second chance buckets for her team.
Pass to Stevens. Ionescu drops in the tray.
There's no excuse for leaving a shooter like her open beyond the arc. None.
Now here is Canada, covered by Ionescu. Outside Canada, releases from 15, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
And the offense, 3 of 4, a solid start to the game if I say so myself.
And it's hard to overstate the defensive impact Jordan Canada has on the game.
No question. I mean, she is a multi-time steals leader. Canada is constantly putting pressure on ball handlers and anticipating plays because she's got excellent instincts.
Now 1 for 4, looking to get it going here.
Pass to Howard. Outside Canada. Carlton. Beyond the arc. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot attempt.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
Ionescu has it. Pass to Stevens. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Now here is Canada. Here's Walker Kimbrough. Back to Canada. Lets it fly from 18. And no good trying to use the glass. The Liberty trail. Pass to Ionescu. That one falls. Her second basket of the game. She is now 2 for 3. Here's Canada. Howard the screen. Warren Canada drives in. Offline with a baseline jumper. Ionescu outside. Pass to Hahn. Over Canada. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Now here is Canada. Defense is right there. Reiner with the ball. And a great assist by Jordan Canada, and that one falls in.
Not afraid to play rough and rugged. Griner shows the ability to power through contact.
Pass to Stevens. Ionescu, guarded by Canada. Here's Zandalasini. Stevens, just 5 on the clock. With the shot. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Now Canada. And here's Carlton. Lays it up and in off the nice reverse.
Well, with her height, Reiner, a clear view of the court, and allows her to spot open teammates.
Now here is Ionescu, guarded by Canada. Now here is Ionescu. She's got 5. This one for 3. Howard with the rebound. The Aces with the lead. Pass to Canada. Reiner, she's covered by Hahn. Now here's Griner, guarded closely. Rebound New York. Outside Hayes. Now here's Hahn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Some physicality from Hahn. Love seeing that.
And in 2023, the Liberty made their long-awaited return to the WNBA Finals.
It's crazy to think about it, guys, but that was their first trip to the finals in 21 years. And despite it being the Liberty's 5th finals appearance, still no titles. Incredible when you think this is an original WNBA franchise and the amount of stars and Hall of Famers they've had over the years.
Now here is Ionescu. And here's Zandalasini. Ionescu outside. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Shots are falling. She's having a strong quarter.
The Aces trailing. Now Canada. Here's Griner. Good. And Jordan Canada gets the assist.
With Griner's frame and fundamentals, she's become one of the league's most dominant interior scorers.
Here's Hahn. The rebound by Brittany Griner.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
Outside Canada. Pass to Griner. Fade away. Again, Las Vegas.
Look, the mid-range game, it's pretty old school. And Griner is about fundamentals, which means she can hit those shots.
Now here is Ionescu. 8 points for her. Here's Stevens, guarded by Howard. Walker Kimbrough with it. Pass to Canada. Howard with the ball. She's guarded by Stevens. Outside Howard. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You know, they've been extremely efficient and effective getting the ball inside.
Totally. I mean, we're seeing some real shortcomings from this defense. They've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Zandalasini. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ionescu outside. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
It's easier to find success in the pick and roll game when you have the kind of high basketball IQ Ionescu has.
Pass to Walker Kimbrough. Carlton. Inside. Second shot opportunity. Reiner misses.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
Stevens up top. Now Ionescu. Guarded by Canada. There's a screen by Stevens. Fires from deep. Misses the mark. Her 3rd miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Here's Canada. Howard. She's guarded by Stevens. Pass to Carlton. Here's Walker Kimbrough. For three. And it's Ionescu with the rebound. The shot. And no good trying to get that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Aces on top. They're up by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a tight one here as the second quarter getting going. And guys, what's your take on the Aces so far?
The work they've done to get in close offensively, the difference right now.
And I like that they aren't settling for outside shots. Just keep attacking the rim.
Very aggressive.
Now here is Agumake from deep. A shot by Brown, no good. Here's Martin. She's covered by Brown. Pass to Sandalacini. Martin. And here is Alemán. And she hits it to tie up the game.
Come on. You can't leave her alone like that, especially from long range.
Outside Cunningham. And here is Kuia, covered by Gustafson. Agumake inside, working on Harrison. And it's Agumake missing. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Harrison. Martin, covered by Walker Kimbrough. Now here's Alemán. Three-pointer. Her aim is not true. That makes her 1 for 2. Agumake inside. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
She isn't the tallest player in the WNBA, but at 6'4", Agumake makes up for it with a wide array of post moves.
Now here's Alemán. She's covered by Brown. Now here's Alemán. Pass to Martin. Lets the three fly. And it's Shanae Agumake with the rebound. And it's the Aces with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Now here's Brown. D right on her. The shot's good.
Wow. I mean, come on. That's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, it's just nowhere to be found.
They have to start committing more bodies down low.
Here's Martin. Pass to Harrison. Some solid defense by Shanae Agumake. The Aces with the lead. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into this second quarter. Outside Cunningham. Puts up a three. Gustafson with the rebound.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
And Sophie Cunningham has joined the trend of WNBA stars broadcasting in the offseason.
Does a great job. She was on the Suns broadcast last year, able to break down the game so well because, well, Sophie is also playing basketball at the highest level.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Kuia, covered by Gustafson. Brown. It's good for her second make. 2 for 3 so far.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller defender on her and took it straight to the bucket for the easy 2.
Here's Martin, covered by Walker Kimbrough. Here's Sandalacini. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And it's the Aces with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Outside Cunningham. Pass to Brown. Cunningham sets a screen. Here's Walker Kimbrough. Outside Cunningham. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Cunningham is a taller guard, which makes her a tough cover for most other guards in the league.
And here's Martin. Alema, she's covered by Brown. Aleman with it. Brown's there. And the start of a new WNBA season is something we all look forward to, guys.
Yeah, even though we're in the beginning stages of this new season, I really like what I'm seeing so far from some of these teams.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It'll be interesting to see if the teams that have gotten off to hot starts, can they maintain that?
And she makes both free throws. Here's Osborne. Pass to Griner. Now here's Cunningham. Covered by Ionescu. Right side, Cunningham. And it's Ionescu with the rebound. New York trailing here. And here's Martin. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Ionescu has it. Shoots. And the three ball is good.
Did you see how deep that shot was? There are truly no limits to what Ionescu can do out there.
Now Carlton. He has 5. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harrison. Aleman with it. Pass to Ionescu. There's the 3. No can do. It's off for the 5th time in 10 attempts. To the inside. Here's Osborne. Here's Carlton. Off on the layup. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
And such nice work to hang around and put themselves in this position.
Pass to Osborne. Cunningham. Here's Osborne. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple.
I like the decision there by Cunningham.
And it's New York's ball. Trailing by 4. Ionescu outside. Fires for 3. It falls through, making her 6 for 11 in this contest.
Wow. 4 here in the first half. They're going to need to do something else on defense.
Timeout called the Aces. When you look at Sabrina Ionescu, one of the highlights for her in the offseason, competing against Steph Curry in a 3-point contest. That was fun.
It was also special for NBA and WNBA fans. The event took place during the NBA All-Star Weekend, and Sabrina held her own, recording a score of 26 to Steph's 29.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Howard. Azuré Stevens with the block.
Because of Stevens' competitive drive, she doesn't want to allow any easy buckets.
And so it's New York with it. Ionescu outside. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Carlton. He has 5. Howard, they get the rebound. Yep, count it.
She's got a great read of where that miss was going, and that enabled her to be the first player to it and get the putback.
Now here is Hayes. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Stevens with it. Howard's there. Pass is on Delasini. Ionescu. Guarded by Canada. The shot by Ionescu. No good. Now here is Canada. Here's Griner. Shoots a 3. It's not going to go for her. Now Ionescu. And here's Hayes. Pass to Stevens. Ionescu. She nails it, and we're tied up.
That's her 5th three-pointer of the half, filling it up.
Now Canada. Now here's Walker Kimbrough. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Reiner. Honshu with some nice defense. A basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a pretty long time coming.
Back to Hayes. Ionescu. Covered by Ionescu. Here's Canada. It's good. It's her second basket. She's shooting 2 for 4.
Well, this is how you execute on the break. Canada just outworking everybody and being rewarded for it.
Pass is on Dallasini. Ionescu outside. And the Liberty get it back. Stevens, that's good.
Where was the box out? Some easy second chance points.
Those kinds of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Now here is Canada. To the paint. Reiner's shot is good.
All the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
They found holes in the D, and they're really exploiting them.
To the inside. Here's on. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time, and offensive glass getting it done.
Blessed with incredible height, born to dominate around the basket.
Inside, and stolen by Stevens. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drumline. And thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. And you look at Sabrina Ionescu in this game, and she's been everywhere.
Well, the threes have been falling for her at an incredible rate. That first half, absolutely ridiculous.
And here in the second, she's got to just keep taking them and keep making them. There is no reason for her to stop.
Canada with it. Down low. Reiner's shot's good.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. And I know nobody likes a traffic jam, but this defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Yeah, nobody likes a traffic jam. We can agree on that. They can't allow the offense to get those high-quality looks inside.
Now here is Stevens. Pass to Ionescu for the lead. Good on that three-point shot.
They've gotten a lot of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Defensively, they have to get out there. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, they just can't keep giving up these open looks.
Canada with it, covered by Ionescu. Left side, Canada. Reiner with the ball, jacks up a three. That's a basket. It's her 8 from the field, 8 for 14 on the night.
Well, you gotta like her shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Well, there's no question that the Las Vegas Aces have established themselves as the gold standard of the W.
Well, it's about more than those 2 titles. They opened up a 64,000 square foot practice facility back in 2023. The first WNBA team to have their own dedicated practice facility. That's showing a major investment in the team and the league.
A baseline J. Pass to Griner. Tries again. The rebound by the Liberty. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Ionescu, guarded by Canada. Here's Hahn. On a screen. Ionescu has it. Right side, Stevens. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And the Aces with possession. Launches it. And the Aces, another three.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The Liberty trail. Outside, Stevens. Ionescu. Stevens the screen. Launches a three. Ionescu can't get it to go. Here's Carlton. 8 points for her. Here's Canada. Softly drops in the floater.
They're not rotating quickly enough on defense down low.
They've got to provide more resistance inside.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Ionescu. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
And Ionescu is inflicting major damage right now. The defense looks helpless.
Timeout called the Aces. And when you look at the rich history of the Liberty, last year was their strongest team yet.
The most regular season games the Liberty ever won was 23. Until last year, when they won 32. Breanna Stewart won MVP, beating the Aces for the Commissioner's Cup. But in the almighty WNBA Finals, the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Carlton. Zandalasini pulls it in. Here's Ionescu. Outside, Stevens. Stevens the screen. Here's Zandalasini. Nails it from the high post.
The mid-range jumper, it's a very high percentage shot for her when she has that much room to get it off.
Pass to Carlton. Back to Canada. And here's Carlton. Canada, covered by Ionescu. Here's Griner. The kick out to Canada. Clock at 4. Over Ionescu. The Aces with another miss. Stevens with it. To the middle. Ionescu. For the lead. So they take the lead.
Yeah, you know, contact can't slow Ionescu down. She sticks with her inside shot and finishes strong.
Outside Howard. Pass to Carlton. Over Hahn. Carlton shot is off.
Unusual miss. Typically, her skill on the inside trumps average defense.
Now Hahn. Now here's Ionescu. 27 points for her. Inside, Stevens, and the shot goes in.
Because of Ionescu's advanced playmaking ability, she's the kind of player that excels in the pick and roll.
And here's Carlton. She's got 8. Pass to Walker-Kimbrough. Howard, she's guarded by Stevens. Here's Carlton. That's good, and it's Natasha Howard with the assist.
The easy look off the pass from Howard. Great awareness, leads to the bucket.
New York leading. Now here's Hahn. On a screen. Here's Ionescu. Guarded by Canada. Puts it up from 15, and it's New York with another. And here are the aces now. Now Walker-Kimbrough. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Outside Canada. Howard to the inside. Carlton. Back to Howard. Pass to Walker-Kimbrough. Canada. Reiner. She's covered by Hahn. Another shot. Reiner's shot is off. And so it's New York with it. They lead by 4. And here's Hayes. Hahn with the ball. Here's Stevens. The shot off that time. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Pass to Carlton. Canada up top. Here's Greiner. Over Hahn. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes her way.
A valuable offensive talent. Greiner's agile, and really the whole league knows it.
New York calls timeout. Aleman with it. 8 points for her. Pass to Stevens. Now Aleman. Gustafson, guarded by Howard. Here's Harrison. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Now here's Cunningham. Ogumake with the ball. And here's Howard to the left wing. Nurse up top from deep. It's hauled in by Harrison. And so it's New York with it. A 4-point game. Past Aleman. Shot from the wing. It's hauled in by the aces.
Even though she missed it, she couldn't pass up that kick.
Yeah, they don't come much easier than that.
Now Ogumake expanding her range. And that comes off the assist by Kia Nurse.
It's really a player you can't let get comfortable. Ogumake will beat you in a lot of different ways.
Pass to Gustafson. Stevens. That ball is good for another field goal, her 6th, and she's at a 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. Outside Howard. Ogumake with the ball. Defended by Harrison. It's stolen by Harrison. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now here's Alaman. Guarded by Howard. Past Alaman. From past the arc. Ooh, no luck on that one. Now Nurse. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Liberty, up 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments for our fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Alaman with it. Ogumake with the rebound.
Well, for what's a routine shot, she looked a little nervous on that release, wouldn't you say?
Cunningham. To tie it up. Martin pulls it in.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Here's Martin. She's covered by Ogumake. No good that time. The ace is trailing. Stolen by Gustafson. Here's Alaman. To the paint. Gustafson can't hit. And here are the aces now. Pass to Osborne. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Ogumake. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now here's Alaman. Now here's Harrison. And here's Gustafson. Gets it to go from downtown.
When you're 6'3" like Harrison, you get a nice view of the court. It allows you to see open teammates.
Here's Osborne. He's guarded by Alaman. Pass to Nurse. Ogumake outside. And that's out of bounds. Las Vegas will retain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Nurse. 5 on the clock. Ogumake. Here's Cunningham. No good on the 3. Now here's Alaman. She's covered by Brown. They set a pick. The 10-footer drained for 2 points. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Ogumake. Puts one up from 19. The rebound by the Liberty. And here's Martin. And here's Smalls. Here's Alaman. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
A few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away.
It wouldn't surprise me with as good as they're looking at the moment.
Absolutely right, Brian. They're looking really strong.
Now here's Brown. On the wing, Sophie Cunningham. And they get it. Nailed from three-point land.
I mean, the only explanation is someone must have gotten their signals crossed if she winds up that wide open in three-point range. And I'm sure that was not the plan.
Here's Smalls. Over to the left wing. Now Martin. Past Alema. Takes the three. And it's Kawia with the rebound.
The defense better watch out because she can make those three balls as we saw in the first half.
Now Nurse. Brown. She's guarded by Aleman. Back to Nurse. Kawia. Down low. Here's Ogumake. Beats the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Yeah, I mean, she has been way off the mark this quarter. It is getting rough.
Aleman, good.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
Now here's Brown. She's tightly guarded. Nurse outside. Pass to Cunningham. Takes the three. The rebound by the Liberty.
She hasn't had much success shooting the ball.
Now here's Aleman. She's covered by Brown. Shot from 12. Goes back up. Smalls. Got her with the pump fake. Just couldn't finish. On the wing, Sophie Cunningham. Defended by Harrison. Got a hand on it. Aleman with it. Pass to Smalls. And stolen by Brown. Nurse, left side. Count it.
That took serious skill for Nurse to score when she's being, hit like that. Tremendous.
And the Liberty call time here. Well, we can all agree on this. There is nothing quite like summer hoops in Vegas as long as the AC is pumping.
Yeah, I mean, it was, 110, 115, you can get up there, but you got the 2K Summer League going on, the men's national team normally playing games, having a camp, tons of elite high school events, and of course, Aces season in full swing.
Dance crew, make some noise, fans.
Poked away. Last break, Las Vegas. Here's Walker Kimbrough. Count it.
Yeah, and the floor really opened up for her there.
And that was not a good reaction from the defense.
Yeah, they look real slow.
New York in the lead. Ionescu outside. On a screen. The three ball from outside the arc. And a great assist that time by Sabrina Ionescu as that one goes in.
Now that is how you space the floor. Hanju understands the value of long-range shooting.
Warren Canada drives in. The rebound by the Liberty.
Just a slight advantage for them in the rebound department.
Yeah, especially when you're scoring the ball at even a decent clip. They've done what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's Zandalasini. Stevens, guarded by Canada. There's the double team with Griner. Pass to Zandalasini. Ionescu has it. Just 4 to shoot. The three. And Carlton pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Pass to Stevens. Here's Zandalasini. Stevens the screen. Out to the left wing. Sinks the three-pointer.
Since halftime, she's finally coming around.
Las Vegas trailing. Here's Canada. Now Howard. She's guarded by Stevens. Pass to Griner. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
And sometimes this team relies on Griner to shoulder the load offensively. And guess what? She's more than happy to do her part, score the points.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here is Hayes. And here's Zandalicini. And here's Ionescu. Guarded by Canada. And again, it's New York with a 3.
They are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's just putting it mildly, Tim. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on their opponents with the triple.
And there's no better time, Brian, to hit threes than in the fourth quarter.
Howard, she's guarded by Stevens. A shot by Howard, no good. Here's New York now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest lead. Pass to Stevens. Ionescu. That one falls.
Never scared to score near the hoop. Ionescu has a really impressive touch
Las Vegas
inside.
calls timeout.
And the Aces call time here. Outside Canada. Howard, that's good.
What a smart feed by Canada. She's got a great eye for finding those ready shooters.
Now here's Ionescu. Pass to Zandalicini. Outside Stevens. Ionescu. Off target from three-point range. And here's Walker Kimbrough. Reiner, he's covered by Hahn. Now here's Ionescu. Not a lot of room. Inside. And it's good. Fought through the contact, hit the shot, and she'll go to the line.
At the line for the Liberty, Punch.
Well, you look at the run the Aces are on. Do you think we can call them a dynasty?
Over the last 4 years, they have 3 trips to the finals and 2 championships. Now, I think the coming seasons will determine if they are officially a dynasty, but they're definitely on that path.
And the Liberty with possession here. Outside Stevens. Now Zandalicini. Stevens in the post, guarded by Howard. Count that one.
Ray Stevens.
I got your help, Lev! Hey, post up! Right here!
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. And in the end, a comfortable win in what was a pretty hostile environment.
Yeah, you know.